misleading image-wise is that our wrist is this wide. And if we're really thinking about the forearm connecting into the wrist, because the radius takes up about 2/3 of the width of our wrist, right? So really our hand through the wrists radiates out from the radius. So if you think about where the center of the radius is coming out there, it looks like it's way off to the side. And there's this great little bump called Lister's tubercle you can find that's quite pointy, and that basically marks the center of the wrist, not the wrist region, but the connection of the radius into the wrist that flares out into the hand. So that's an interesting thing to get a sense of. And one image I'm not particularly fond of is the metal bar that goes out from the ulna to the fifth finger that exists in some drawings we have that can create a very different image about how the connection actually, where it is anatomically, and then how to experience it. I don't know how this came to me one day, but I'd like you to try this 2 different ways. Just put your fingers between your second and third metacarpals and feel that space in relation to your forearm. And you can just keep your fingers in there and maybe even just dig in a little bit and rub that so you really feel the tissue between there, and you really get a response from your hand. And carry that line. Picture that as a line going out right between your second and third fingers, and really in particular between your second and third metacarpals leading out to that space. And if you like the image, have some energy or light going out through that space, and follow that, carry that around in space in front of you, up and down, and just see how feeling that line, that space connecting through your wrist, through your forearm, if you want to be specific, through your radius, connecting into your ulna, your upper arm, and just feel how your upper body then responds. A couple other things. I'll go a little fast today since we're going to do a bunch of things, but try the same thing between your third and fourth finger. I'm kind of debating which one I think is maybe better or kicks in more. But I'd love to hear what you think. But once again, since we don't have a lot of time, the response that I have with this, and when I've shared this with people, they've really had too. I think Kelly tried this with their class. She was telling me they worked really well. Is there's a real equal connection through the opening in the front and across the back as well, into the shoulder blades. So there's a widening in the front and back. There's a great picture I might pull up in a second if I can share the screen of Stokowski. You've probably seen it, of conducting. His hands are open like this. And there's just this really great power and suppleness and flexibility that you really see in the hands and the relationship between the hands.